Okay, so here is what a study would look like if you were to test the shelf as it was given to you, made out of PLA. A couple things about this study. So I put structural constraints on all 9 of the holes. So I'm assuming I'm going to have screws in all 9 of these holes, which means that this part will be attached to the wall and won't move at all. I also added, if you look here under my study, under study materials, it's set to PLA plastic. For my load case, I've turned on gravity, and the force I have set to the maximum, 30 kilos of books, or 300 newtons of force. And now down here you can see that there's a couple highlighted parts. They're just highlighted because I've gone and made a few changes since then, and so it wants me to refresh, but it still will work fine. So I've already run this study, so I want to show you the results. So I'll double click on results, and you can see here. So this is sort of what you were trying to achieve, except with a much lighter, more environmentally friendly version of this shelf. So the safety factor that you should be looking at is the minimum one. So you want to see if your shelf can at least have a minimum safety factor of about 3.5. Okay. Then there's not a lot else I think that the safety view will give you on this. However, if we go to stress, all right, so the stress is the amount of force that the different parts of the shelf are experiencing. And so you can see here, as it gets lighter, you can definitely see where the larger areas of force are centered upon. So these might be areas that you want to try and reinforce, okay? If we change our view to displacement, now you can actually see that the front here is going to actually move, it's going to actually bend down. Now that's kind of hard to see because really in real life you don't like the displacement's pretty minor. So you have a couple options for that. One is you can go and do an animation, and then if you just click play, you can actually watch as the forces are applied, okay, over time. And now even that doesn't show me much. The other thing you can do is go over here to deformation, and I've got it set here to actual. You may already have yours set by default to adjusted. And what adjusted does is it magnifies the deformation. So this isn't actually how much the shelf will bend, but it gives you it makes it much easier to visualize kind of where most of the bending is going to happen. And you can even see here, that when this bends down, it actually is pulling up this tension on here that is causing some thinning to happen on the bottom here. So adjusting the deformation can actually be quite useful. And then you've also got reaction force. So this is showing kind of what you can see. All the reaction force is where it's getting pushback from the screw. And I think those are the main ones. You can also do strain, kind of showing sort of what parts are under tension as well as under compression, which would be stress. So there's a lot of information in here that you can use to analyze your designs. You can also, when you're done, if you want to click report and save report, save that, yeah. And if you go and, so it'll open up as an HTML, so you can actually get all of that information into a report as well, which for your IA or something like that might be quite useful to add to an IA later.